Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Thursday, September 7th, 2017, and today in our Tech News Update, we have Twitter that has updated its code on its website to now enable night mode, a mode that is easier on your eyes, especially at night. And this was available in some apps also, but basically it seems not all apps. Here on the Windows 10 App Store, there's night mode was actually available as a dark theme, but it's available on apps on iOS, Android, and enabled as everywhere as soon as you just update your apps to have this new feature. Amazon is about to open a huge fulfillment center in New York. It will create 2,250 jobs with full health care benefits, maternity leave, and so on. It is really amazing how Amazon is increasing its workforce. They are a giant now and are opening everywhere. Even many countries are getting new centers, like here in Canada also. So pretty amazing how this is going well for Amazon right now. And the good news of creating some jobs also. While Facebook has shut down 470 fake Russian accounts that actually might have been there to try to push ads to influence elections in the US. But Facebook says it had very, very little effect, and basically also it said, well, there's no US laws against having foreign, countries, for example, have ads for elections. But they say that the influence of these ads probably didn't change much. A interesting research going on in China, as researchers at China Zhejiang University says that you actually can control and send commands to most assistants without you even knowing. And the way they do it, they actually did a little $3 electronic circuit that takes your voice and pushes it into the ultrasonic waves. That means it's above the frequencies your ear can actually receive. So you don't hear anything, but it seems that after testing it, Alexa, Cortana, Google Voice, and Siri all responded to the commands because they hear it. So that is something interesting, and they say that, well, for security, maybe we should have some protection against, having these possibilities. AMD versus Intel, we were talking a few days ago about how a German company were saying how AMD CPUs were being sold so much more. And they've released numbers actually, which are very interesting and probably gives us an idea of the international sales of CPUs. So the German retailer said that in March, when they were selling CPUs, 27.6% of them were AMD, 72.4% were Intel. But in August, it actually reversed. 56.1% were AMD and 43.9% were Intel. Now, even though that's only one retailer in Germany, they say that, I think we can safely say that even though the numbers are probably not as high, there is an advance of AMD over Intel, and that internationally AMD is probably selling much more CPUs now than it was a year ago. And this has all to do, of course, with the Ryzen CPUs that are just amazing, and of course lower priced than Intel. In other news, we have Samsung that actually has launched a bug bounty program. Many companies are doing this now. If you find any security flaw and you have proof of concept that it can be exploited, well, Samsung will pay anywhere from $200 to $200,000 for researchers who find these security flaws. It has to be able to exploit one of the 38 Samsung mobile devices that are still updated right now. So check it out. Maybe you can make some money. Well, probably one of the last things that was preventing self-driving cars to really be tested in a wide and a really huge scale in the United States has gone now, as the U.S. Has been basically pushing a first national law for self-driving cars, safety, security, and all sorts of little regulations. And so this is probably and might be what was missing for the new tech self-driving cars to invade the US roads, basically. So this is interesting, and this, the first national law is now pushed. Well, it might actually help companies in doing more and more tests and even use self-driving vehicles on the road. And in our last bit of news for today, a major bug, a major Apache bug, is actually having effect on many websites. Apparently, even a lot of Fortune 500 companies' websites are affected. So this Apache bug has been, of course, found a few days ago. It was patched by Apache, but the problem is it's a very complex patch. It's not just you apply a patch and that's it. It's you apply a patch and you have to do a lot of things to have the secure side really working. Now the problem is, and what makes it worse, is that today bad guys have actually sent on the internet the attack code. So that means anybody that wants to do bad things can start using the attack code and try to affect or hack into some websites and change the content, basically. So let's hope that companies are, of course, going to fix this fast, because it is something that could be a major issue if not fixed. So this was the Tech News Update for Thursday, September 7th, 2017. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up, and thank you so much for following us on this channel.